I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Hope everyone is doing well. My name is Anthony, and on this platform, I talk about how important it is to be a father. I'm here to make being a father cool again. But before I continue, let's get into the intro. Today, I want to talk about fathers completely tapping out. Is there ever a time when a father can just completely tap out and say, you know what, I can't do this no more? I came across a fellow father's story while I was scrolling online. I'm going to let y'all see the clip, then we're going to come back and talk about it.
I just began the process to terminate my parental rights to my 3 younger children. I can't win with their mother. I've never fought her. I've only defended myself. I defended myself when we got divorced. I defended myself when she took us back not even a year later to reevaluate custody. I defended myself against her new husband who continues to threaten me and my life. Defending myself means that I have spent more money in attorney's fees than I would pay her in child support until my youngest turns 18. Me making an appearance at any of their activities causes them anxiety because they don't know how their mom and their stepdad is going to act. And I can't roll over like a whipped dog with my tail between my legs when I'm confronted with violence and a threat of death. I'm not afraid of the bastard, but I believe my 3 younger kids are. And I'm the catalyst for them living a stressful life and having anxiety, all because their biological parents don't have the ability to co-parent. She was able to get a protective order against me, all because of a text message conversation that I had with her where I was upset because her husband continued to threaten me and she does not want to do anything about it. And she told me 3 times to stop texting her. And that was the grounds the judge used to create a protective order. She's already had me cited once for violating the protective order the very next week when I went to a youth rodeo to support my kids. She lied to the sheriff's deputies, and they believed her. And the prosecuting attorney dropped the case because there wasn't anything to it. I do not have the money, the time, or the sanity to defend myself against that crazy, psychopathic woman. And my kids are paying a price. Before I even sign over my rights, they're already paying a price.
As y'all can see, this father just said he can't do it no more. He's signing over his rights. And all because him and the mother of his children can't co-parent. They can't put their differences aside for the better of the children. And nowadays, that's just basically what it is. That's what's going on. 2 adults can't put their differences aside for the better of someone else. My feelings are more important than my child's. That's crazy. Now, all of a sudden, your child is depressed. Your child got anxiety, suicidal thoughts, because they're in a battle between two grown ass adults. This man said this woman's new boyfriend is threatening him. Now, I'm not laughing at this man because that's a serious thing. I'm laughing at the thought of a man threatening me behind me seeing my kids. I feel what this man said when he said it's best for me just to back off. Because when it comes to my kids, only God gonna stop me from seeing my babies. No other man that breathes and bleeds like me is gonna stop me from seeing my kids. Or we both gonna be gone. Flat out. But this man right here said he's constantly being threatened. First of all, to all the men in the world, right? If you get into a relationship with a woman and you know this woman is depriving another man from seeing his kids, why would you get in the middle of that and add fuel to the fire? If anything, I'm going to try to convince that woman to let that man see his kids. Because guess what? If I don't have kids and she does, when the kids is with the father, that's more time we can spend together. I'm just curious, like, when is it ever a good time, or when is it ever okay for a father to tap out? This man shed tears when he said, before I sign over my rights, he started shedding tears. He's emotional. I can tell by his story, this man don't really want to sign over his rights to his children, but he's tired of fighting. He's tired of fighting to be a father. His right. Those kids came out of his nutsack. And I gotta fight to be a father to my kids, my sperm? Are you kidding me? I have been at the point where I'm just tired of arguing. I have been at the point where I'm just tired of fighting. I have been at the point where I have to ask myself, does this woman not realize that I'm an excellent father and I'm willing to do anything for my kids? I have been at that point. But me saying I'm signing over my rights, I don't think that I'll ever get to that point. But I've never been in this man's shoes. I've never been in this man's predicament. So, I don't know, man. At what point is it okay for a father to tap out and say, you know what? Everything I do to be a father, to be the best father that I can be, is just not working out. Now my kids are suffering. Now when I pop up at events, me and my baby's mom, new boyfriend, is about to get into a physical altercation. The cops are being called on me. I'm being threatened to be locked up and thrown in jail just because I want to come see my kids at their events. When is it enough? When is it okay for a father to tap out and say, you got it? When is it okay for a father to say, you know what, at this point, I have to focus on my peace of mind? This man says now he has health problems because of all this that he's going through. You know, stress causes death. If you stress out too much, you can die. So this man is like, I'm in the hospital, I'm losing money, I'm not able to see my kids. I'm about to go to war with my baby mom's new boyfriend. Nah, tapping out. Some may agree with this man, some may disagree. But again, when is it okay for a father to tap out and say, I can't do this no more? I have to worry about myself and my peace of mind. Because for most men, we all know when it comes to our peace of mind, sometimes that's more valuable than money. This is the Father Time Network, and I'm here to make being a father cool again.